Hello everybody and welcome to Video Essay Grading. This is a show where I, Professor Tailface, will be grading video essays that I see on YouTube, because I really hate video essays. Well, hate's a strong word. I'd say dislike about 90% of video essays that I see on YouTube. And yes, I do judge a book by its cover, because the minute I see a video that says why blankety blank works for blankety blank or whatever, I'm immediately, no, this video is garbage. YouTube, get this out of my recommendations. If I see this again, you're fucking dead to me. Anyway, let's settle down and let's take a look at our first essay on the list, which will be Lily Orchard's Steven Universe is Garbage and Here's Why. Now, for this here essay, if you even call it that at this point, it's practically a rant. I decided, let's see, take a look at the age demographic of the topic of it, which is Steven Universe. And I saw that the majority of the viewers are 22 years old, and that's roughly around college age. And I'm like, well, Lily Orchard herself doesn't really talk like someone who is 22 years old, so let's go with what the supposed age demographic is supposed to be on a Cartoon Network children's show, which is about 11 years old. So what grade is an 11-year-old in? And I'd say that's about like 7th, 6th grade, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll go with the 7th grade middle schoolers essay rubric. If you don't remember what a rubric is, it's pretty much telling you, here's how you write an essay, stupid. So I found this middle school essay rubric here about argumentative writing, and that's about sums it up. Even though Lily Orchard themselves say they're a critic and a comedian, they're neither that, and they're more of a ranter. So this essay falls under this. Due to the fact this is a video essay, I will not be grading them on mechanics and spelling/grammar. If anything, that's all said to the video, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but I won't worry too much about that. So let's start with our first one, Clear Claim with Reason. For me, I'd have to give this 2. This gets an automatic 2 for me, because under 2 it says, claim is clear, but the reasons are unclear, absent, or incomplete. I say this because 40 minutes into this 2-hour-long video, it turns into a hate piece on why she hates Rebecca Sugar with a burning passion. And then somewhere along the way, she starts talking about Star Wars, The Old Republic or something. I don't know. I watched this video like 3 times. I wasted already 6 hours of this, and even then, all those times, it was because it's so hard to focus on it, which can go back to another thing that I'm going to talk about soon. But right now, at Clear Claims with Reasons, I'm going to give that a 2. Our next topic is evidence. Now, evidence, I'm going to have to give that a 1. It needs improvement, because while they do cite things that they have issues with Steven Universe, specifically towards animation, and if you aren't on YouTube and don't follow any person that talks about animation on YouTube, you probably already know the problems with Steven Universe's animation. If anything, it just comes down to Rebecca Sugar letting other people produce the episodes, and they have different character sheets for other characters or styles. And that is a valid argument, and there is evidence of that. It's pretty clear in the show itself. But it's more or less talking about the issues with Rebecca Sugar, because, again, this essay already fails to stay on topic of its title, because it turns into a rant and hate boner against Rebecca Sugar. Our third criteria is explanation behind her argument of why it is a garbage show. And that's a pretty bold statement that she would put in the title of why it's garbage. And I'd have to give that a 1. You need improvement. Listen, when 40 minutes of your 2-hour video is dedicated to your topic, and then go off topic to talk about its showrunner Rebecca Sugar for the next roughly an hour and 20 minutes, then you got me lost. I watched this 3 times, and each time I've come to the same conclusion of like, this turns into a hate boner for Rebecca Sugar. Well, at least she explains why, which mostly involves her calling her a fascist apologist, which, you know, this isn't a bad thing to call someone, I guess. But, you know, I give that a 1. Our 5th criteria would be conclusion, and again, I'm looking at a 1 for this one, because you talked about how much the show sucks and where it fails, and then you talk about Rebecca Sugar being a horrible person for 80 minutes on, and then you end it with a backhanded compliment, followed by a now go fuck yourself. And then, followed by that go fuck yourself, you have a stupidly long credit sequence thanking all your stupid patrons for giving you money. Continue supporting your career. Not much of conclusion there, bud. What can I say? But let's move on to the next one. Formal tone and style. Just give that one a 1. Easy part. You curse up a storm, and your essay pretty much devolves into a rant within minutes. And if this were more clear and concise, then this would be a lot more professional, but at the same time probably would be boring, like most video essays on YouTube are. And our last one is organization and transitions. I will say this, you do have actual transitions, as if this were an essay that you wrote and these were like paragraphs, but you know, in the end, I'll give you a 2 for organization. It was a cute attempt. I wasn't gonna include mechanics, which are just type spelling and grammar. But when you do have captions, I did catch a few grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes because obviously you're a fucking idiot. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that one a 1 as well, because you are not competent enough to sit through your own 2-hour video to just change one spelling thing that I caught from watching it 3 times. Your overall grade, let's see, you're getting a 2 from clear claims with reasons, a 1 for evidence, 1 for explanation, 1 for conclusion, 1 for formal tone, 2 for organizational transitions, and a 1 for mechanics. So, what does that mean? Well, you do the math, stupid. Not just kidding, I'll do it for you because I'm a nice guy. You're looking at a 9 out of 28, and if we do the math on that, you're looking at an F. So, being a professor, and as a good professor would, I would have to tell you where you can improve on your essay. And here's one of my ways you can improve. Don't turn your essay about why a children's show is bad into a hate boner / rant about the showrunner themselves, because you just hate them as a person because, oh, they forgave the space Nazis, so they're obviously in real life a bunch of fascist apologists. No, you idiot, don't do that. That makes you seem like a bad person. And then, if you're going to go hard on the person and then say, I wish they hear this, don't backtrack yourself and say like, guys, I know it sounds like I was calling them a fascist apologist and a Nazi lover, but no, I didn't actually call them that. But if you call them that, I completely understand why. That's like saying, guys, I'm gonna piss on the moon because a hedgehog fucked my wife. And then 5 minutes later I'm saying, guys, I'm not gonna piss on the moon because a hedgehog fucked my wife. But if you piss on the moon because a hedgehog fucked your wife, I completely understand. I would too. But I'm not gonna do it. Listen. You are a person who can't just be doing this. In general, even if you don't like someone, you shouldn't make it publicly known that you do not like this person, because what if in the off chance that you manage to meet Rebecca Sugar, and what if in the off chance that they happen to at least watch a couple minutes of your video, and this is all the impression they get from you is that they hate you, and here is the person that hates them about to go and meet them in person. No, you idiot, you need to understand that things that you do have repercussions. So, in the end, I guess my big lesson from this that I can give to you is that you yourself should not be a shitty person because of shows like this. If anything, you give a lot of people in the LGBT community a bad name if this is how you're going to act for a show that actually in reality does give good lessons for LGBT things towards kids. So if this is an example of the community you want to represent through an essay, which is pretty much a rant against the person who makes the show, then don't blame me if people don't respect you. Also, don't blame me if people don't respect you as a critic and comedian. Because if parts of that rant were supposed to be funny, I wasn't laughing during that whole thing at all. If anything, you had me bored out of my mind because I had to listen to 6 hours of this to even make this video. And getting through those 6 hours were pretty grueling. If anything, one of those I had to listen to straight, not distracted by anything else, because I want to make sure I understand your essay to its completeness. The other 4 times I was just dicking around and doing whatever, because I already listened to it once. But, you know, who am I to you? Your ego is the size of the moon. So, whatever. In the end, you have 197 idiots giving you money. If there is a way you can improve your essay, is it by improving the character you are. And I'm not talking about your little avatar that you use. If anything, you're less of a person for using it. But that's it for class today, students. If you learned something, leave it down in the comments. If you have any thoughts, leave it down in the comments. I honestly do not believe that Lady Orchard's gonna actually watch this video. If anything, I really don't care. I just had a lot of thoughts to share about this. And if you like this possibly pilot for this series, let me know. Maybe I'll cover a video essay that I actually think is passable enough. Until next time, my friends, stay educated.